Yo, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back, Click21. Thank you guys for stopping back by. Welcome to another video, guys. Today we're going to be covering the new Season 4 pack. It just got an update, I think, yesterday. There are a few bugs about this pack, guys, so be aware of that. I'll go over some of those when we get into the video. But today I'm going to be giving you my best aim assist settings for this Season 4 pack. If you haven't tried the Season 4 pack, I recommend, highly recommend trying it out, guys. It's a very good pack so far. It works better when it comes to a lot of these Cold War guns. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, just real quick before we get into the video, I did want to mention NordVPN to you guys. As you can see in probably my previous video when I mentioned how to get easier lobbies and to protect yourself, protect your information, protect your family. I do have an affiliate link with NordVPN, so if you want to get those easier bot lobbies, if you want to play on different servers and different countries and things like that, definitely join NordVPN, guys. I can't stress this enough, guys, or even a VPN at that, but I trust NordVPN with all my gameplay and downloading and things, banking, you name it. NordVPN is probably the best in the business. Don't fall for no lag VPN, guys. No lag VPN is not even a real VPN. It just leaves you in the same area and gives you the first connection to a game in your area. So if you want to try this out, guys, I'm going to drop the affiliate link in the description below. And they also are giving away 3 months free right now, guys. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. And then also I want to mention my Patreon real quick. Thank you to all the guys that have subscribed so far. The support has been absolutely insane. I've been playing a lot of games with you guys. I've been trying to help you guys as much as possible. Even though it's been crazy, all the support, it's been overwhelming at times. I can't thank you guys enough. You guys are absolutely crushing it. I continue to look forward to playing with you guys, getting to know everybody. Basically what you're going to do, you're going to have 3 different tiers. If you join, you've got your Pro Pack spreadsheets, which I'm going to be working on a Season 4 spreadsheet. And then the $10 gives you the Taylor Drift legacy values and some progressive values as well. And then $20 gives you that one-on-one access if you want to run games. If you need to hop in Discord and you need help with your Cronus, I'm there for you guys. So guys, I'll drop the link to this as well in the description below. And if you don't want to join, guys, that's totally cool with me. As long as you're here, you're subscribed, you're watching the video, hit that like button, hitting that sub button, commenting in the Discord, being active. That is plenty for me, guys. Anyway, guys, enough of all that. Let's get into the good stuff. Alright guys, so if you're unfamiliar with how to download this pack, very simple. All you have to do is go into Zen Studio, find the pack that you want to download, and make sure you're using the Call of Duty Warzone Season 4 pack, the Black Ops Cold War. Any of these Cold War packs right here are going to be for multiplayer, especially for Warzone, guys. Make sure you choose this pack right here that says Call of Duty Warzone Season 4, right? So all we got to do, first of all, drag and drop it to the slot that you want, and then you're going to get this menu where you choose all your in-game settings. I can't stress this enough, guys. Do not match this to what I'm choosing. This is what I play on in-game. So for me, guys, default layout, stick layout, of course, button layouts default, 7.7 sensitivity, and my dead zone right here is 0.06, so it's going to be 6 in the game pack, and then sensitivity is at a 7.7. Now, of course, I play currently on a standard curve type, so I'm going to leave that at standard. Even if you play on dynamic or linear, guys, I recommend probably leaving it at standard. That's just something that they recommend in these packs. If you read the manuals, they recommend to leave them on standard, so keep that in mind as well. Of course, we want to block the in-game rumble. Now, guys, when you're doing anti-recoil, you have a few different options. You have the hybrid, inverted, and all that, guys. But guys, just be aware, if you're in the game, you hold L2 as a trigger button and hit D down on the D-pad, you're gonna turn your anti-recoil off. So just be aware of that. I've had that happen to me a couple times, and that's where a lot of people are coming to me and saying, you know, why is my anti-recoil not working? And this is probably the case, so just be very aware of that. Just keep in mind, it's easier to turn it off in this pack for some reason, so just make sure you kind of keep it on and don't hit those button combinations when you're in the game. Now, of course, my primary weapon right now is the Krig 6, and I found it works best around a 7 to 8 and then around -1 for the horizontal. And this is for me on PC with 100 FOV. I love the Krig 6. It's definitely the meta right now. But if you tell me the C58 is the meta, guys, I'm sorry. I'm not feeling it right now. But anyway, I'm sticking with the Krig for now, and then the MAC-10. Of course, the MAC-10 has made a comeback, so we're going to choose the MAC-10 right here. Now with the MAC-10, you're not getting a whole lot of recoil. The weapon AI with this pack works pretty well. So I only go at about a -3 and then a -1. That seems to suffice for most people. Now also keep in mind, if you get the vertical down pat and then you try to change the horizontal value by 1, sometimes it will even throw off the vertical. That's just the downside to some of these packs that have the horizontal and vertical recoil both in the same pack. So do keep that in mind, guys. If it's only a tiny bit of horizontal recoil, I would leave it alone if the vertical recoil is down to a T, just because you might mess it up even more, and aim assist will take over from there, which we'll get into my aim assist settings in just a moment. All right guys, so moving right along, there's a lot of different other options. Of course, you can change profiles all within the same pack, which you couldn't do on the Pro Pack, which is really nice if you use a lot of different loadouts. And then of course, I'm just gonna do the Krig and the MAC-10 for now, and then we'll show you how to set up these different loadouts and things like that, and how to change between them. It's pretty simple in the future. All right, one more important thing, guys, you do want to make sure you choose this option for whatever gun you're using. So when it comes to the primary weapon extended mag option, if you're using a 45 round gun or 50 round mag or 60 round, make sure you choose this to whatever correlates with the gun that you're using. I believe my Krig has a 60 round mag, so we'll go with that. And then secondary, do the same thing as well. There's not obviously a 53 round mag with the MAC-10, so we're just gonna go with a 50 round mag. Now, of course, guys, if you do wanna go ahead and set up different profiles within this pack, all you have to do is set up each individual profile. As you can see up here, choose your weapons, and then of course to change between them, all you have to do is hold the touchpad and press LB, L1 to jump to the profile selection menu, which is on your Cronus itself, and then you can go up and down on the D-pad and select the profile that you want. So this is really nice if you want to set up multiple guns and multiple profiles. The only problem you're going to have, guys, if you're running a profile 1 with a 60 round mag and a 50 round mag for your secondary, and then your profile 2, let's say that you have a Bullfrog with a 80 round mag, and then you have a, you know, C58 with a 45 round mag, it's going to be a little bit different. So you might have a little pull up after that 45 round, but it's okay. It's not too bad. Like I said, you want the aim assist to kind of do most of the work for you guys. So we'll get into those settings in just a moment. And of course, I'm only setting up profile 1 for this video. And then for weapon swap, obviously we want it on automatic. This is where you get into the aim assist, guys. And this is something that is very beneficial versus the older packs. You didn't have like the fire strength, the ADS strength, or even the steps like you get on some of these other scripts. So the aim assist has evolved a lot. There's a lot more change. There's a lot more options. And this will be more beneficial once you get the hang of how to change these values. And briefly, guys, I'm just going to go over each value and kind of explain what they mean, and then maybe what you need to look for when setting these values in the game. So the first thing we need to do is to enable it. Now, of course, just like with the anti-recoil, be very, very careful. You can turn this aim assist off pretty easily just by holding left trigger and the D-pad left on the D-pad. This will turn your aim assist off. So keep this in mind if you're not getting any aim assist all of a sudden. This is probably what has happened. And then also the same, like I said, just like I mentioned with the anti-recoil. So that is kind of something I wish they would just, you know, get rid of this option, because it makes it a little easier if you're hitting a lot of buttons on your controller to where you can turn your aim assist and your anti-recoil off. So kind of keep that in mind. If for some reason you lose aim assist or anti-recoil, it's probably because you've held down left trigger and hit, you know, either down on the D-pad or left on the D-pad. But also, I do like the option where you can change your aim assist in the pack itself, which you can hold the touchpad and press RB/R1 to jump to the aim assist menu on this Cronus Zen itself, and then you can change all the values within the pack itself right on the Cronus Zen. Now, I will say, if you're adjusting this pack in the game itself while using Zen Studio, you will have this pack freeze a lot. This is just the way it is. I've had a lot of people through my Patreon come to me and say, you know, that not just that they've lost anti-recoil and aim assist, and this is kind of what I've told them. Somehow they turned it off on accident. It's just one of the features of this pack, because it's very easy to do that. But also, what will happen is they'll go into Zen Studio when they're on PC and kind of change it on the fly, and then once they back out, all of a sudden the pack will freeze, and then the Cronus Zen will not recognize their controller, guys, and then you're gonna have a problem to where you have to actually reset the Zen, or even sometimes reset your PC completely. So kind of keep that in mind, guys. It's better if you want to adjust this pack on the fly to actually go through the Cronus Zen itself than to use Zen Studio while the game is open. All right, so guys, when you're looking at your aim assist, first of all, we're going to enable it. Your ADS strength obviously is when you're aiming down the sights, sometimes you won't want this as strong as you would like with the fire strength, because the fire strength is actually your hip fire, right? So when you're not aiming down the sights, if you're playing close range, you might want your fire strength a little bit higher, and then for the ADS strength a little bit lower if you have good tracking. Now if you don't have good tracking, you're going to want to have this ADS strength turned up a little bit higher than normal. So what we'll do, I'm going to actually turn it down a little bit, and then I'll go with a 20 for the fire strength, just because you're close range, you want to be able to snap and lock on the people when they're moving, sliding around, hopping and all that good stuff. Alright guys, so of course let me explain the steps real quick before I kind of give you the whole idea of how this works with anti-recoil, because the anti-recoil, if you don't have it on hybrid, you're actually not going to get the sticky aim. The best thing about this pack, guys, it is using BAT's sticky aim, which you get with a lot of these scripts nowadays, so that's why they've added these ADS step and fire step options. Basically, I've explained the aim assist when it comes to the fire strength and the ADS strength. What the steps is how fast it moves within a circular pattern, either when you're ADSing, aiming down the sights, or when you're firing, hip firing, close range, and those kind of things. The higher you have the ADS steps and the fire steps, the faster it's going to move in that circular motion. So whenever you're changing the aim assist ADS step, you want to turn it up a little bit. I usually go around to 10, and I'll give you the exact values in just a moment on what I'm playing on after playing around with it for a little bit. So pretty much, guys, just to recap, I'll go over all 4 of these settings just so you get an idea. The ADS strength is when you're aiming down the sight. It's the strength that you want it whenever it's locking onto somebody within that circular motion. And the fire strength works the same way, except it's more of a hip fire. When you're shooting, it's more for your hip fire option. And then of course the steps is how fast it moves within that circular motion. That's why you'll see it start shaking. Basically what it's doing is it's going in a circular motion. So if your screen is shaking too much, you need to turn your ADS strength down and your fire strength down. And then maybe even the steps down if it's moving too fast in that motion, right? Or if you see that the screen is shaking and the circle is going too slow, turn the steps up for both ADS and fire step. And after reading through the manual and talking to a lot of people recommended leaving the ADS strength on about 18. The fire strength is kind of totally up to you guys. This is your close range, so it depends on how snappy you want it to be when you're in a close range fight. And then of course, just the speed of the aim assist for it to go into that circular motion. That's what you're getting when you're doing the ADS step and the fire step. So we'll adjust these accordingly, and we'll come back and give you the best values. So moving on, guys, that's how you set up the aim assist. That's how it's all explained to you guys. I tried to dumb it down as much as I could. I hope this made sense. I'm not going to use any active fire mods because I'm not using a burst gun or anything like that for rapid fire. Now, what I would recommend if you're going to use the ping on fire is only do fire only, because every time you ADS, if you choose ADS and fire, even when you zoom in on somebody, it's going to ping, which can be very, very annoying. So I'm only going to use fire only. And then of course I'm not using any shot mods or anything like that. Quick scope of course is good if you want to be able to use snipers, but every time you quick scope or you zoom in on somebody, it is going to shoot. So if you're using like an HDR or something like that, it's probably not the best to put this on unless you're very good at targeting an opponent as soon as you ADS on somebody. Sniper breath, of course, if you're sniping, always turn it on so that way it auto holds your sniper breath to get that stability. And then of course slide cancel is a must. If you're not using slide cancel, guys, you're absolutely crazy. And of course, like I said, the ADS fire, I do on fire once. All right, guys, so besides the sniper breath and the slide cancel, you guys know all about that. The auto ping on fire once is the best option for me. Basically, I'll explain these new mods. Easy revive is where you only have to tap your revive button once and they'll be revived. Of course, this can be kind of hairy. If you want to let off the revive, you're gonna have to move off of the person or tap it again to cancel. Turbo melee is obviously, especially when you miss, if you miss your first melee, it allows you to melee faster. You can just hold down the melee button. It's going to give you that fastest melee. It's called a rapid melee. So keep that on if you like to get to a lot of fist fights or run Cali sticks, or if you're in the gulag or things like that, or if you just like to melee people, that's definitely an option to have on. Now, the bunny hop, I do have it enabled. Basically, anytime you hop, it's just going to continuously hop, and when you hold forward on the analog stick. So some people like it, some people don't. Try it out. Let me know if you like it. Totally up to you guys. And then of course, I do not use the Gyro Boost. Basically what that does is whenever you move your controller physically, not the sticks in itself, it kind of gives you a boost. Leave that disabled, guys. This is too much. And then your hair triggers, It doesn't hurt to enable it. Basically, it's supposed to increase by 10% as far as response time goes, so it's not going to hurt if you want to enable it. And this is very similar to the Cold War pack. One thing I do want to mention, I don't think I explained this well enough in the beginning of the video. So what you need to do, guys, if you want to be able to have the aim assist with the anti-recoil, you do need to use the hybrid option. If you only use anti-recoil, you're not going to get the whole sticky aim feature that you normally would get. So do use hybrid here, guys. This is the most important thing. All right, so let's drop into some gameplay. I'm gonna adjust these settings on the fly. Just one game of plunder. We'll probably give it the 21 kill rule, see how we like it, and then we'll come back and wrap up the video. All right, let's do it. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Enemy dropping into the air.
Yeah, that's it, baby, that's it. Alright guys, so as you can see, there are a lot of different options with this pack. So what I've came to as the best settings for this pack is actually going to be as follows, guys. ADS strength, they recommend around 18. I like it a little bit lower at 17. 16 and 17 for me is that sweet spot. Fire strength, I like it at 21. You could even go down to like a 19. 21 obviously is my number, so that's what I wanted to use. And then of course ADS step is 4, and then 7 for the ADS fire step. And like I said, guys, if you didn't catch this in the other part of the video, make sure if you want to use this aim assist, you do have to have your anti-recoil on hybrid. Otherwise, you're only getting anti-recoil and you're not getting your aim assist. And if you don't believe me, guys, pull up the manual and read it. A lot of people are not going to tell you this because they don't know it and they don't read the manual. But you do have to have it on hybrid to actually get the aim assist with this pack and use anti-recoil at the same time. All right. That pretty much does it for this video, guys. Make sure you join the Patreon if you don't have time to watch these videos or shoot at walls. I have the link in the description below, guys, so you can subscribe to that. Only $5 a month, $10 a month, or $20 a month. And you also can actually become a member of my channel as well in the YouTube section, in the members part. I'm going to be doing more live streams as well. If you join my channel and subscribe to it, either with 3 of the tiers, they work all the same way. You're going to get the same type of content and the same type of help. So you don't actually have to even go through Patreon. You can actually subscribe to my channel right here and become a member that way and still get the same access to everything that I have on the Patreon. Also, don't forget to protect yourself with NordVPN. If you want to get those easier lobbies, if you want to play with your friend in France or Finland or wherever, this is the best VPN in the market for me. Don't fall for the no-lag VPN whole scam. Do your research, guys. They claim that they can give you better ping even playing in a different country. It's not possible. Even if you had a direct fiber connection to that country, you're not going to get the ping that it's showing you. It's basically leaving you in the same region you're in. It's just getting you into the game as fast as it can. All right, I appreciate all the love and support, guys. You guys are truly amazing. I love each and every one of you. We will see you on the next video. We're out. Peace.